Ready.
What's good, locals? Welcome back to the Local Podcast. This is episode 37, the podcast where we talk about TV shows, movies, sometimes anime, and we mainly focus on video games. You have me, your host, Carlos Perez, and my co-host,
Miguel Vasquez.
And we're back for this week's episode. You can find our podcast on Audioboom, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and YouTube. And we also have a Discord you guys could join in the description below. I say definitely check it out. And Mike, let's get started, dude. What have you been up to?
Well, after this week's DC event, I've been pretty hyped about all the news we're going to be talking about. But yeah, it's been I haven't really been doing much. I went to the beach at Newport just 2 days ago. I went like night fishing, with a couple friends. So that was pretty fun. I haven't gone fishing in a while. And fishing is like really fun. You just don't know what you're gonna catch, you know.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I've been mostly playing just Resident Evil on the PS on the Xbox One. Honestly, like no new games. I've been hoping for a price drop for Doom. I know they had one like last week, I think, but I just like skipped out on it because I completely forgot. I was working on some projects on my computer and I just like got caught up. But I'm hoping like for like either like price drop for like Doom or for Resident Evil 3. Just because like I've heard for Resident Evil 3, I heard it wasn't as good and it's a short game, so I was like I don't want to pay full price for it, you know. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, just really excited about with the new Batman news and stuff. I'm really excited about that. I think that's like the highlight of this week, honestly, since the last podcast. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, dude. What about you?
Me, I haven't been doing much either. I've just been playing on my computer. For sure, I did not touch Ghost of Tsushima once this week, which kind of upsets me because I really do want to go back and beat the game. I've been playing a lot on my PC though. Only reason I haven't been playing on my PlayStation is because my room's been a mess and I've been cleaning it. So I had a bunch of stuff on my couch and I needed to get all the stuff done. I washed so many of my clothes, and as I'm folding them, I guess like the next morning, since I was folding it next to my PC area, there was so much lint on my desk, dude. It was like no joke. Like I literally, cause this week too, I cleaned up my whole setup. I basically called it my dream setup 2.0. I took some stuff down and put some new stuff up. It looks really nice. I finally got my cable management all cleaned up. I put it on my where did I put it? Oh, I put it on Twitter, and yeah. But so yeah, after I got all that cleaned up, literally washed my clothes and folded them the next day. My desk was full of lint. You could I literally put my hand on my desk and wiped it, and I had a fur ball in my hand. That's how much lint there was on my desk, dude. It was ridiculous.
That's crazy. You know, when you said lint, I immediately thought about Patrick when he's all like, "Oh my God, is his belly button lint?" Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I've been cleaning a lot. Nothing new. Just been playing Sekiro, a lot of Destiny 2 with the homies. I'm starting to get back into that. Still trying to learn what to do and how to do it on PC. A lot more Fall Guys, and yeah, I can't think of anything new video game wise that I could think of. But yeah, I was really excited watching the DC fandom. Oh my God, and we're gonna hop into that soon. But I'm trying to find anything else interesting that has happened this week, but I can't think of anything. But I did have a question for you. Did you know if you'll find out if you get a job by Nickelodeon?
I hope so. They've already confirmed it that they had my submission, but they said it's gonna take a while. Like they're gonna announce the the contestants, the people that are actually like in the field of of whether they're gonna be getting the job. So they're gonna announce that around September 30th, by the end of September or October, mid-October. So that's like another month from now. So I'm like fuck, I'm just kind of anxious and nervous because I'm also going to get up against like these other professionals that worked in the industry. And me, like I've never, like these are professionals that have like, paid a lot for like tuitions and stuff like that at at expensive schools for like visual design, what I do. But for me, like I'm all like self-taught, at home. So I'm kind of like, I just feel like I'm just nervous because I'm going up against like people that like actually have like huge experience because of school or because they worked at in the industry before. So that's gonna be interesting though.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
got nothing to lose,
Facts.
Bro.
But yeah, man, we can hop straight into the news if that's it.
Yeah. All good. Yeah.
Well, should we just start with the DC fandom entirely? Well, pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah.
we'll go what they announced from movie wise from DC fandom, and then go to like regular movies on what they announced.
Yeah.
But there was only one. I mean, let's get the regular movie out of the way. Pretty much the only regular movie we got is Death on the Nile, starring Gal Gadot, and I don't know how to say her name, so if I butcher this, I'm sorry. Letitia Wright, the little sister from Black Panther, the what's her name? Shuri from Black Panther. But anyways, this movie looks really interesting. I don't know if you've seen the trailer or not, but Death on the Nile, it looks like there's a game that like it's pretty much like a party game where there's like a group of people and then one person dies and then they're trying to investigate, they're trying to pin it on each other or just say that they didn't, and there's one murderer in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like so the whodunit. Yeah.
What were you gonna say? What's the game called?
No, it's like it's called Whodunit. It's similar to like Scream or like or that Liam Neeson movie in the, when he's on the plane. It's like Who's Done It. It's like that kind of
scenario. Yeah, it's pretty much so they're on a boat, and it seemed like the story from what they explained in the trailer, it seems like a girl was hooking up with this rich guy, and then another girl took over, and then that girl looks like she's gonna get revenge, but someone else died on the boat, and I guess no one trusts each other on the boat, so they bring in an investigator to see who's done it, and no one could leave, pretty much. It looks really intense, and I'm pretty hyped for it. But there's obviously no release date because of COVID and stuff, but
yeah.
The
moment I saw Gal Gadot, I'm all like, she can just end this like in. I mean, if she was in there, if she had the the powers,
the lasso rope.
Yeah, it's literally. But I'm all like, yeah, I forgot this isn't a Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but yeah, Death on the Nile. If that seems interesting to you, I say definitely check out the trailer because the trailer looks better than the way I explain it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it looks really cool. Other than that, we pretty much just got a bunch of DC fandom trailers, and I guess we'll save the best for last. We already know which one. We'll go into we have confirmation. They didn't announce. I think they announced this at DC fandom or a day before that Ben Affleck will return as Batman for the Flash movie.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He's going to play a substantial part, apparently. What do you think about that?
Oh,
and they released a new image. Sorry, go.
Yeah, no. And also Michael Keaton's going to be playing as Batman, I think, as an old Batman.
Yeah, it seems that way, yeah. Because in the new image, it shows the Flash and then Michael Keaton's Batman suit behind the Flash. So that's why everyone's getting those assumptions, but everyone else has been also assuming it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that's true, like my envision, all right, so pretty much cat's out the bag. They also showed the Batman movie teaser trailer, and Robert Pattinson is the next Batman for at least for the Batman solo movie. So what I'm trying to assume, since Ben Affleck is gonna play a substantial part in the Flash, do you think what is your theories? Obviously, at least I would like to assume, since the way the bat suit that is behind the Flash in the image they showed looks like Michael Keaton, the Flash is gonna have some time travel in this movie.
Holy shit! Wow, that's a good theory. Honestly, like I didn't even think of that, but that is true. Like Flash is fast enough to go like back in time or some shit like that. But wow, that would be awesome, dude. So, and with the CGI, with the way CGI is today, they can make Michael Keaton look as young as he could be, could look like,
Well, even that, like not even doing that, I'm thinking just time travel in general. So they didn't even need to do CGI to make Michael Keaton young. It's just going to be an older Batman. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's true.
So so this is the way I was thinking for my theory. The Flash is obviously going to do time travel and fuck up the timeline as he usually does.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to go somewhat into the future and see Ben Affleck, aka Michael Keaton, Batman, and mess with the timeline. This DC universe Batman, Ben Affleck will die, and the Flash will somehow bring Robert Pattinson into that universe.
Oh shit!
Because you know how Ben Affleck won't return as Batman in the DCU.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be really weird to have a different Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's like the teaser looked really good for Robert Pattinson, but I really want to have Ben Affleck show us what he actually got as a full-on Batman, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we did see him in Batman vs. Superman and Justice League, but to me, I feel like it wasn't enough, you know? I wanted a bit more to get a full judgment on the character.
Yeah.
But yeah. What do you think? Do you have any theories?
No, honestly, that's a pretty interesting theory, honestly, and that would make sense because of time travel and it'd be cool to make Michael Keaton to make a comeback as an older Batman or a young Batman, that'd be cool, and it's possible because we've seen it before with Maze Runner. I think they did a CGI version of one of the actors there, a younger version, and also with Terminator, the one that just came out I think last year. They made like two of the characters of the film look younger by using deep face technology. You're familiar with deep face, right?
No.
Or fake deep fake, I think.
No.
Yeah, it's when they use
I've heard, but I don't know the background, or if someone asked me to define it, I won't be able to. But I've heard it.
Yeah, well, pretty much that's what they did for that film. They just they use old reference images of old paparazzi photos of actors, and then they put that in the film, and it just looks so realistic on their face because it just generally it's like CGI, and I'm sure they can do that for Michael Keaton in this film if your theory is correct, if it's true.
Yeah, for me, I just feel like they won't even show a young Michael Keaton. For sure, he has to be future Batman, and he's just gonna be old Batman, I guess. And I feel like maybe with the Flash movie, it'll show all the other movies they have planned out. Obviously with time travel, something's gonna get fucked up, like Batman Beyond, the Black Adam stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna introduce a whole new a whole new universe with what they got going on. You know? But yeah, really interesting. I'm pretty hyped. I'm really hyped that Ben Affleck's coming back for this. You know? At least even if this is it, that's it, we'll never see him again. Or maybe he'll come back officially. Who knows? Because Henry Cavill's still out as Superman as from what we know. But he said he'd be down to do more Superman. He just didn't renew the contract, you know? But yeah. Other than that, for more DC movie news, we got James Gunn's Suicide Squad. He released a character reveal trailer. I didn't... It wasn't that much. It's literally just kind of like a slideshow of the actors and who they're portraying as in the character of the movie. But oh my god, they had a lot. I'm not gonna name all of them because I don't really, not that I don't have an interest, it's just that I don't know them well to talk about. But if you want to see what James Gunn's Suicide Squad cast look like, it's looking pretty beefy. The only one that caught my interest was John Cena's gonna be in it. I forgot who he's gonna play as, but John Cena's in it.
Fuck, as the Invisible Man.
I forgot. One of my friends was talking about a meme about John Cena. And I guess John Cena was in the hospital and John Cena asked, "Where am I?" And the nurse tells him, "In the ICU." And he's like, "No way."
I see.
Yeah, dude, that was pretty funny.
That was funny.
But yeah. James Gunn Suicide Squad cast trailer is out. If you want to go see who's going to be in the new movie, I say check it out. After that, we got a Black Adam teaser reveal. They didn't show nothing of what the movie is, or it doesn't even look like. I don't even think it has started filming. But pretty much, it's like a 2-minute video of The Rock narrating Black Adam's character and what he's going to be about, and for how long The Rock has been cast for, The Rock has been nothing but excited to play this role as Black Adam.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, I thought Black Adam was like literally just a hardcore villain of Shazam, but I guess apparently not.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a couple DC animated films where Black Adam, he doesn't play a hero. He's kind of like Deadpool. He doesn't play the hero role, but he doesn't go by hero rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's basically his own thing. I don't know. To give like a confined answer, like accurate as fuck, that's not me right now saying this, but it's just from stuff that I've seen of Black Adam. But for sure, the Black Adam story, it looks like it's going to be dope. And The Rock being as Black Adam, I can't wait to see what he's got, you know?
Yeah.
Especially for how excited he is. He's been pumping this role for years. I guess they just haven't started. But it looks like he's got the story, and they should start filming soon with everything COVID should be going on, you know?
Yeah. The visual backstory that they give out in the official teaser trailer, it reminds me so much of God of War Ascension. That's how it starts. It starts off. Or with either a God of War game, you know, in the beginning, like in the intro.
Yeah.
So it gives me those vibes, and honestly, like it just hypes you up for the film, you know.
Yeah.
I think Dwayne Johnson will do a great job.
Yeah, hell yeah. He like, looks like he plays the character great.
Yeah. He's improved a lot in his acting, dude. A lot. So,
yeah, same thing with John Cena too. I can't wait to see. It's so weird watching these WWE actors like go straight to movies. You know what I mean? Because you just think like wrestling. But let alone like John Cena's been playing some good roles too.
Oh yeah, he's been in some good films.
Nothing to do but improve on your acting skills, I guess.
I mean, yeah. After all, WWE's all acting, right?
And same thing with Batista too. Look at Batista; he's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, let alone too. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's pretty crazy, but regardless, I'm hyped for these guys. You know. But yeah, Black Adam is pretty much, I guess, he was a slave on one world, and I don't know how, but I guess he was blessed by the Shazam gods to use his powers. And I guess once he used his powers to like not be a slave anymore, the Shazam gods saw him as a threat and threw him in prison. And then he finally breaks out of prison is where the story is going to take place. But the cinematic video that they showed looked really cool. And yeah. We don't know when that has when it has like a launch window or anything, but just know that The Rock will be playing as Black Adam. And yeah, after that we got Wonder Woman 1984 official trailer released too. And damn, dude, I can't wait for this movie. Sadly, for sure, the trailer looked really good. We get a glimpse of like some action shots of Wonder Woman and Cheetah fighting 1v1. You see a full cheetah suit and Wonder Woman's golden suit. I don't know much about Wonder Woman at all. Like, let alone I didn't even know the villain she's facing. I just know she's a cheetah. Or, like, she has, like, animal-like abilities like a cheetah.
Yeah, or she came straight from the Cats movie.
Yeah, dude, she did kind of look like it was a Cats costume. You're right. That's what I thought of, too.
For her.
But, yeah, she looks like... I don't know how to describe it. Like, you know, in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, in The Amazing Spider-Man 1, the lizard.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like she's, like, taking, like, the same antibiotics to become a cheetah. So, I don't know, she, like, transformed into one? I'm not sure, but that's what I feel like the story's taking place. And then, obviously, there's going to be another background villain whatsoever. At least that's what it seemed like, but... Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984, the official trailer released during DC Fandom, and it was pretty fucking hype. I really enjoyed the first one, though. So, like I said, I'm not a big Wonder Woman fan to know knowledge about her, but damn, this movie looked really good. And, yeah, what did you think?
I like it, honestly, and especially because, you know, obviously it's in the 80s. I just like the way everyone's hair is, you know. You can straight tell it's, like, the 80s, but, yeah, I like it, honestly. I've never really watched the first one.
What?
Yeah, I've never watched the first one.
Dude, the first one is so good.
I know, I've heard, but I never watched. I never got the chance to watch the first one. But I will say that I've heard a lot of great things about it. Obviously, you told me before, and you know this trailer also like hypes me up just because like it's like two women fighting each other, you know, and it's like we don't really get that often in superhero films, you know, two women fighting each other, like two you know hero and villains. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it looks good. That's all I gotta say, man. Honestly, like I'm, like you mentioned, I'm not really like a huge Wonder Woman fan. Never really read like the comics of Wonder Woman, but it looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so yeah, after the trailer they released, they had like a little sit down talk with the director and the cast and crew, and pretty
Hmm.
much the main question that I wanted to mention is that someone asked, "Will this be on HBO Max or will it be hit for the big screen?" And pretty
Hmm.
much what the director said, she doesn't give a very clear answer if it will be on HBO Max, but pretty
Hmm.
much her strong intentions were like saying we worked so hard on this film and it like from the shots that we shot it deserves to be seen on the big screen,
Hmm.
so it deserves like a big screen movie release. So she
Hmm.
didn't really say no, but she didn't really say yes, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
that was pretty much her blatant answer, like if you're trying to like to not give a direct answer, like avoiding the question, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Avoiding the question with opinion, I don't know,
yeah.
but it was fine for me. I really do like, for sure, like movies that I know are gonna be good or movies that I'm hyped for, I know I'm gonna want to watch on the big screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Or like comparing it like to the SpongeBob, the SpongeBob movie that got delayed or whatever, the one that was supposed to
Hmm.
come out this year. Like
Hmm.
I wouldn't mind watching that at home. Like I wouldn't care not watching it in theater. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, nothing beats a movie theater experience, but there are some movies that I could just really watch at home. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like Black Widow for Marvel, I wouldn't mind watching at home, honestly.
Real shit. Yeah, honestly.
Or like, or even if Mulan didn't cost $30 for Disney Plus, I wouldn't mind watching that at launch at home, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
But like for sure something like action wise, like Wonder Woman or the movie Tenet, I would want to go watch in the movie theater.
yeah, yeah,
Or like let's name another one, Black Adam. I would want to go watch that in a movie theater, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Just like
Superhero films, man. Definitely they're just worth watching at theaters. In theaters, I mean.
yeah. But yeah, that was Wonder Woman 1984. If that one looked really good. I can't wait. If you're a Wonder Woman fan, just let me know and tell me more about what I'm missing out on.
Hmm.
But after that, we got an official teaser trailer for Justice League, the Snyder Cut.
Hmm.
Dude, I am so hyped for it.
Yeah, the music, the guy singing Hallelujah, it just adds up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like just and everything.
Yeah, dude, I have been waiting for this for so long. Not like I'm a crazy DC fan, but I really do like DC for because I like their comic book stories, and I feel like their stories are really good and they deserve to be shown on the big screen.
Hmm.
Especially a character like Darkseid.
Hmm.
Oh my god, dude, I can't wait.
Hmm.
So in the trailer, you get to see a glimpse of what Darkseid's gonna look like, and if you didn't know, the Snyder Cut is a 4-hour story, and it will launch on HBO Max. First, it will release as 4 episodes, 1 hour each, and then after a little after the fourth episode is released, it'll um it'll also have a version where you could just watch the 4 hours straight in one sitting. So I thought that was pretty cool. Some information they released about that.
Hmm.
But regardless, if you don't know what the Snyder Cut is, pretty much the first Justice League movie that they released in theaters wasn't completely controlled by Zack Snyder because apparently he left due to some family issues. And yeah, he came back, and not that he came back, but everyone wanted they there was like leaks that there was so much footage, and there was footage in the trailer that didn't make it to the full movie. So everyone knew that there was a director's cut, but whose cut is it? And everyone found out that it's a Zack Snyder cut because Joss Whedon took over control. Because Zack had to leave, I think, like in the beginning of production too, or something. But yeah, so what we're getting is the full Zack Snyder cut. Pretty hype for it.
Hmm.
Regardless, I can't wait to see what it's got. What do you think?
Honestly, like I watched like half of the
Justice
original
League?
Justice League film, and I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was okay, but
Mm-hmm.
just like to hear all this hype about Snyder Cut, like, and to hear about Darkseid making like a cameo, or like being like part of, like, he's gonna be like the main villain, right? Or is he gonna just be like a
Yeah, he's gonna be the main villain. So in the first version, or the version that got released in theaters, it was supposed to be two movies. But when Zack Snyder left, Josh Whedon like scrapped that. He was like, all right, no, we're just gonna make this one entire fun movie, and then that wasn't Zack's idea. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And from the first one, it was cool, but it was just like, damn, this is like all over the place. Like, kind of like it, but I kind of don't like it. I like all these characters together, but man, it just doesn't fit well for why
Mm-hmm.
they're together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, so Superman was dead from Batman versus Superman, and then he comes back to life, and they're fighting the villain, and Superman's kicking his ass, and it was like, why even have the rest of the team here? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it was pretty. It was just all. It felt like all over the place. I couldn't really keep up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I couldn't keep up with it. It was just like, why? You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But regardless, like for a movie like that, I gave it a 5. But from what they're showing in the teaser trailer, that there was like a lot of footage that we didn't see in the original Justice League, and some
Mm-hmm.
reshots of the first film. It looks like it's gonna fill in those plot holes or those
Yeah.
why questions I had. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked really good, and I can't wait to see what Zack Snyder is going to put into it. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you got to say about that one?
It's on HBO Max, right? When I watch it, I don't.
It will be on HBO Max in 2021.
Oh, that's next year. Maybe by that time I'll have HBO Max, but so far I only have Hulu, Amazon, and Netflix.
If you have Hulu, dude, and you add HBO to your Hulu account, you know how you can add like add-ons like stars and shit. If you add HBO to your Hulu billing, you get HBO Max for free.
What the fuck, really?
Oh, yeah, shit. Because it's like the same thing, but HBO Max has exclusive stuff on their platform. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But yeah, dude, that's what I do.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, dude, let's hit that final banger. We got that Batman teaser trailer.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll like live up to Endgame's hype, because Endgame was just
Endgame.
Yeah, from Avengers,
But why compare it to Endgame?
Well, because they're both Marvel and DC fanboys. They tend to like fight each other and stuff. And once this film comes out, people are gonna be like battling again, Well, that's why I compare it, because obviously Justice League, Avengers, that's like Marvel's and DC's like most iconic superhero team.
Wait, you still talking about the Justice League movie?
Yeah, Justice League.
Oh,
yeah.
Because I said I started talking about the Batman movie right now.
No, I meant Justice League. Because I'm just comparing it to Avengers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Everyone fights about it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, like it's gonna be interesting, because I remember everyone talking so much smack about the Justice League film, and to see it, to see the Snyder Cut coming out, that's gonna fill in a lot of questions of how it should have ended. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I just want to see the battle between Marvel fanboys and DC fanboys. Honestly, it's gonna be really good. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, 2021. But let's get into the biggest topic right now that we got. We got the Batman movie teaser trailer. What did you think?
Dude, it's fucking Batman's ruthless, dude. He's ruthless. I just like maybe you want to do a rundown of like the trailer, or you want me to just go on what I think about the film?
I'll go down on a rundown and we'll talk about what you liked.
All right, for sure.
Okay, so when I was watching this, dude, oh my god, I was so like pissed, because when I was reading the DC fandom schedule, it said it ended at 9 p.m. and I was like, okay, they're gonna end it with the Batman. And as I'm watching the fandom, like around like 3 p.m. or something, it had Matt Reeves. Well, first it showed Robert Pattinson that they're gonna have the Batman panel starting, and Robert Pattinson was like, hey, like it was really weird to have him on. It looked like he was like, so what do I say? Like what am I supposed to say? I can't really say anything, but here I am, Robert Pattinson, so I can't really say anything, but Matt Reeves is here too, so I'll let him say. Like that's literally what happened. I was like, that was awkward as fuck, but whatevers. So Matt Reeves comes out and he starts talking about the background story of Batman. If you're kind of questioning, if you already saw the teaser trailer, and you're kind of like, this is weird, this doesn't feel like Batman. I say definitely when they release the DC fandom panels out online, watch the interview with Matt Reeves because he explains a lot. And if you didn't watch it and you're kind of iffy about why this Batman looks like this, has this attitude, or the way he looks, you'll know why. Pretty much Matt Reeves was saying that this Batman is the beginning of Batman. Like, he has no morals, no ways. Like, obviously, I assume he's not a killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's not a killer, but like, he's barely getting used to the bat suit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he's barely getting used to being like the world's best detective and everything.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much Batman's, not his origin story, but like, he's not like a fully trained like Batman. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. It's like a younger version, you know, like
the youngest version of Batman.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, he's barely getting out into Gotham whatsoever. Like, he's not like yeah, he is a fucking beast, but like, he's not like a flawless beast. Does that make sense?
Yeah. He's not mature. Like, you know, this is like, you know, when I say matured Batman, I would consider, you know, Kevin Conroy's Batman, because he's a lot older, wiser, you know, and he knows what's good and what's wrong. I feel like Batman's probably gonna make like a couple mistakes here and then end up hurting like someone really bad. You know what I mean? This is gonna be like, he's gonna be more ruthless because he's just, you know, like you're saying, like, he's barely starting off as Batman.
Yeah, for sure. It's not like this Batman that we're gonna see is ready to train a Robin. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, this Batman, like, doesn't even think of having a sidekick at all. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, from what Matt Reeves was talking about, so I was watching that interview, and literally, as I was watching the interview, I stopped like the last few sentences, I guess, and I took Peanut outside. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna miss anything because it's not gonna be over till the end, like at 9:00. So I go outside, and I forgot to mention, dang, my story's all over the place. The last thing Robert Pattinson says, he's like, well, all I can really say is stay tuned to the very end because there's gonna be a very special surprise. And I was like, oh shit, we're gonna get the Batman teaser trailer. Hell yeah. And then, so I'm thinking it ends at 9:00. And so I'm watching the interview, and Peanut needs to go to the bathroom. So I go outside, take him to the bathroom, and as I'm coming back, I look at my monitor, and it shows the Batsuit. And I was like, motherfucker, the trailer's on. I knew this was gonna happen. God damn it. And so I'm watching the thing, and I was like, all right, fuck, I gotta rewatch this shit because it looked really good. And honestly, I only missed like the first 5 seconds.
Oh.
But I was chilling because I watched it. I rewatched it, and it was really good. But that was my experience watching it. But yeah, so pretty much in the Batman teaser trailer, oh my god, it looks so damn good. So you get to see the Batmobile, Robert Pattinson in the Batsuit, everything. You get to see a little bit of action, of combat. You see Selena Kyle, Catwoman, and we assume that the main villain, the one that's narrating in the background, is the Riddler. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I heard from the way I've seen, like, because when I see trailers, I normally like go to the comment section to see like what other people think about the film.
Yeah.
Trailer. A lot of people are saying, like, and I kind of agree with them. Some people are saying like the Riddler kind of seems like he sounds like a serial killer, and he's gonna be like playing like games with Batman. So I've heard. I don't know if you agree with that, but I kind of do agree. Just the way of how crazy it is. This is a dark Batman film, and I always considered Riddler pretty like creepy in the Arkham games.
Yeah.
And since this is like a dark Batman game, I feel like they're gonna give him that serial killer like vibe in a way. But yeah, that's what I think, dude. But other than that, like the Riddler does look, he sounds badass, and he looks, and you know the way he writes his letters and shit.
Yeah, dude, it looked really cool. Another thing too, I was watching it with my friends earlier. Like, I was streaming it, and we were watching it together. And I asked them, I was like, who do you guys think the main villain's gonna be? And they're like, the Joker? And then I forgot what my other friend said, and then I was like, nope, guess again. And my other friend was like, the Riddler? And I was like, yep. Did you guys catch the hints? And they were like, what hints? And I go back at the end of the trailer, it has $0 $1. So we assume it's got to be a 2021 film, right?
Yeah.
And for sure they're still in filming production as we speak because of COVID. But I showed them that, and they're like, "Oh my god, I didn't even notice that." And then I was like, "Yeah." And then also, he's also narrating the movie with some riddles. If you guys were listening to them, but yeah, it's really good. It's a like, man, dude, that no joke. When I was watching it, that trailer gave me goosebumps. Like, it gave me chills as I was watching it. I was like, hell yeah. But what are your initial thoughts? What did you think of the trailer? What was your favorite part? What do you got?
My favorite part is when the way Batman beats that dude's ass. You know,
Oh yeah.
it's just so funny. Like I think it's just so funny. Like I feel like they used CGI on that part because that's just way too intense for an actor to take a beating like that. But fuck, that shit's just so funny, dude. I forgot what the bald guy says, the thug that gets beat up. I don't know I forgot what he said. I think he says, "And what are you supposed to be?" Right? And he gets his ass beat.
Oh yeah.
It's just so funny because like he's trying to act all tough in front of his homies, and then boom, just gets knocked out. But yeah, dude, it's gonna be a good film, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. I think my favorite part was the very beginning. So pretty much at the very beginning of the trailer, um, there's a dead body, and you see Jim Gordon walking through the hall with a bunch of cops on each side of the wall, like looking. Like it seems like from the point of view that you're viewing the angle in, you're Batman, and as you're walking behind Jim Gordon, the cops are just staring at you, like they're like, "What the fuck is this guy?" You know what I mean? So when I saw that part, when they're looking at you, I instantly thought of the Doom Eternal E3 gameplay when you're walking through the halls and then the people are like the scientists are at their computers and they turn around and they're like, "It's the guy."
Yeah,
the guy.
Yeah, like, oh fuck, it's a Doom guy.
And then like Doom just grabs like the guy's key card and drags his ass at the door and opens the door. You know what I mean? Like that was my favorite part when Batman's walking through that hall to investigate the scene. You know, it looked really cool. And once you see that first shot of Batman, I was like, God damn, that looks like a cool ass suit. What did you think about the suit? I really like the ears, how pointed the ears are. I feel like they're a little bit too tall, but I think it looks really good.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Batman Arkham Origins suit in a way. It kind of does, just like the ears and the suit, obviously, just like the chest area, the plated chest. In a way, I wouldn't say it's like 100% like it, but it gives me those Arkham Origins vibes.
Yeah, dude, it looks really fucking cool. And like I said at the beginning, Matt Reeves says that this is the beginning of Bruce Wayne becoming Batman. It's not like steps like where he shows him training with the League of Assassins. Is just Batman, you know. And and they already confirmed that this story takes place as Batman using his detective skills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we're not just gonna get Batman doing it solo. He's gonna have a part with Jim Gordon, the GCPD, and whatsoever. Yeah. But yeah, you can see in the movie that this is the beginning. Like you see the Batmobile and how like not like average, but it has pretty high technology. But you see another glimpse of the Batcave. It literally just looks like his garage. You see the car. You see one computer scale with like 2 monitors. You know, it's not like he has the Batcave. He has a spot for the Batmobile. He has the big ass monitors and one godlike computer. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like he's just starting out with everything. You know?
Yeah.
It looks really cool. I can't wait to go see what Robert Pattinson's got.
I know he's gonna do a fantastic job. I just know I do. There's just so much at stake right now because like
dude.
This will define his career. You know, he's already well known for Twilight and for other films, but for sure, you know, he's always gonna be known as Batman if he kills the role. You know, it's just like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. You know, Mark Ruffalo as Hulk. You know, they're all well known because of the superheroes they play. And if he does his part right, he's gonna be known as the Batman. You know.
Yeah, dude. I'll let you finish. Go.
Oh yeah, and I was gonna ask you, do you think they'll do like a trilogy with this Batman?
That's the thing. That's what I was gonna get into right now. I really am excited for Robert Pattinson to be Batman after watching this trailer because I feel like he will do, or it looks like he's gonna do a fantastic job, even with just this teaser. And like I said, I want Ben Affleck to actually show me what he's got as Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, we only seen him a bit as Batman vs. Superman and in Justice League. And I feel like that didn't really show us what he had. And since he's coming back to be a substantial part in the Flash movie, like, damn, I really want Ben Affleck as the DC Universe Batman, but I want Robert Pattinson from watching this teaser trailer because he's actually getting his own Batman movie to be in the DC Universe. You know what I mean? So my theory was that the Flash messes with the timeline. Ben Affleck is there watching the Flash so to make sure he doesn't fuck up that timeline. And then at one point, Ben Affleck is going to erase from the universe and the Flash goes back to bring Robert Pattinson to that universe.
Yeah.
Or the universes just somehow collide and Robert Pattinson is that Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that would be really cool, and I feel like that'll be the only way to bring him into the DCU, let alone there is no information of Robert Pattinson in the DC universe, you know what I mean? Who really knows? And obviously, another thing to point out, a lot of people were thinking this movie was going to be like in the 80s, but you see futuristic technology, you see touchscreen phones, whatever, so you know it's in present day in Gotham. But yeah, dude, fuck, man, I am so excited for this movie. I want to watch it already. For sure, this is a movie definitely watching in theaters. I can't fucking wait. And it's going to suck if it does suck.
Bro, you know I doubt it, though. The trailer it looks promising, dude.
Yeah, dude. It looks fantastic.
But then again, your trailers can be deceiving, you know?
Oh, but to answer your question, do I believe if it'll have a trilogy? Like, if it does, great. But I would really want them to integrate somehow, or not even integrate, just be clear on what's happening, you know? Is this Batman just Batman off to the side? He's not part of the DCU? If not, like, how do you have the DC universe without Batman in general? You know, if this is Ben Affleck's last Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's going to be really weird if they keep both, because then there's two Batmans. But who knows what's going to happen? Warner Brothers has been all over the place with these DC movies, you know, and it's really upsetting because how do you, like, DC is such a big franchise. Like, how do you not have a controlled environment with it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand there's definitely different universes because there is a big multiverse in the DC universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, with all these alternate timelines, all these characters that are in the universe. But man, like, for it to be all over the place really is really sad because, like, yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is something to look up to, but I really wish that DC had that universe, but they don't right now. But DC is also doing great in other places. Like, look at their games, their animated shows / movies, their comic books. Like, everything else is great, but it seems like their movie theater wise and what Warner Brothers is doing with that is so weird. It's like, how do you not have this under control? You know what I mean? Just having the thought of two Batmans is like so weird. You know what I mean?
It is. Yeah,
like,
it is.
And dude, like as just for me, this is just an opinion. I feel like Ben Affleck would play a great solo Batman if he got his own Batman film, you know? This was supposed to be the Ben Affleck film, you know what I mean? I don't know if this was the script, if he was working with Matt Reeves, I don't recall, but I recall Ben Affleck having a solo Batman before leaving, you know? When he was in that tough spot in his life. But regardless, the Robert Pattinson teaser Batman looks fucking great, and I can't wait. But
you know, it's a shame that, you know, that Joker's story won't lead up to like Robert Pattinson's Batman, you know.
Did they confirm that already?
I think it's been confirmed that well, obviously Joe, you know how Bruce Wayne comes out as a child in Joker film?
Yeah.
I just feel like Joker would be too old, you know.
Yeah, but there's the thing about the Joker. No one knows anything about him.
That's true.
You know, like, there's a comic book where pretty much Batman becomes a god, the god of knowledge, and he sits in a chair and the throne, like, gives him the power to know everything. He can know where you are without even asking anyone. Like, and you won't even have a clue. Like, say he doesn't even know you at all. He's sitting in the chair, and he just thinks, where's Miguel Vasquez? And he'd be like, oh, he's in Ontario, California. blah blah. You know what I mean? But so he asks the chair. Batman asks the chair, who is the Joker? And all the chair says is 3. So pretty much Batman doesn't even know still, and no one really knows Joker never really has an origin story. There are just theories and books of who he is, but it's never a confirmed hard answer. Like Batman is Bruce Wayne, Jason Todd is the Red Hood, a confirmed answer like that. There is no confirmed answer is who is the Joker and how did he ever get started, you know? I think the only glimpse of evidence is that there's a book when the Batman and Joker die, and Batman finds out that the Joker hit the Lazarus pit to have immortality back in the 1800s. So that's the only glimpse of information they have in the book so far, I believe. I haven't kept up after that. So like I said, like even if like the Joker back then, like when Bruce Wayne was a kid, it wouldn't even matter because the Joker is just the Joker. You know what I mean? There is no eternal, like there is no getting old for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But regardless, that'll be pretty cool if that ever happens. But yeah, I'm really hyped for the villains. Selena Kyle looked pretty cool. To see what the Riddler got as a main story villain is really interesting because you don't really get that in, at least from main focus wise, I've ever faced the Riddler is in the games and just a little bit of comic books. But yeah, in the games, he seemed pretty, not intimidating, but he just looked like a side villain. Like he could never take up the role of a main villain, you know? But to see him be the main villain, or at least that's where we assume the main villain is in the Batman teaser, like I'm pretty hyped for it to see what he's got, you know?
Seriously.
But yeah, that's if you got anything else to say?
No, I'm hyped for, dude. Honestly, like this whole DC event was pretty awesome, dude. That's all I can say. I'm hyped for it.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty fun. It was pretty cool. They had a bunch of other cool little things that they had. Like they had like the cast of Wonder Woman play werewolves, so that was pretty cool on stage. Like just the whole event was really great. And I could have only imagined how much ass they would have kicked at Comic-Con. Like the reactions everyone would have got from what they would have released at Comic-Con if it didn't get canceled, you know? But yeah, you got anything last minute notes on anything that we mentioned?
No, it's been good, honestly. You know, I already said what I thought I needed to say.
All right. Well, that was pretty much the DC fandom movie news. We got some DC fandom video game news, but we'll save that till the very end. So first, we're hopping into some video game news. Deathloop, a PlayStation 5 exclusive, got delayed to spring 2021. Well, sorry, I was going to give it.
It was kind of expected, you know, with all the delays, you know. That's all I got to say.
Really? You thought it was expected?
Yeah, it was expected, you know, just because of, you know, like the pandemic, you know, like crunch hours and stuff like that. It's just kind of hard, you know. But, you know, with the delay of, you know, Halo and all these other games, you know, I know there's a couple games that were delayed, but for sure, you know, it's no surprise, honestly.
To me, I didn't see it coming, nor is it a surprise. Like, I'm fine with delays. But am I sad that it got delayed? Not really, because like, hey, if your game's not finished, take your time. I would not want a rush game, and nobody else should want a rush game because anything rushed is not going to turn out good, you know? That's what I always think about too. Like when I used to drive to work, I would always be hitting like 85, 90 miles an hour on the freeway, sometimes even over 100, just going full blast. And I always tell myself, like, no joke, I always think of the scene from Star Wars when Qui-Gon tells Obi-Wan patience. I always think of that. I think of patience.
Yeah, and because like you don't wear your seatbelt, so I'm just kidding.
So I think of that patience thing because I always say to myself that from that scene from Star Wars, and then I say like it's always better to make it there, to make it there in the end, to not make it at all. You know what I mean? Because something can always happen. You never know.
True.
But obviously this doesn't affect video game delays, but that's what I always think. Like patience, it will come out when it's ready to, you know what I mean? Like eventually you'll get there. Eventually this game will come out. And it kind of sucks that it got delayed, but hey, there's always games to play on the next gen console. We have a bunch of games coming out, so there's no worries there. After that, we got Oculus came out with some Oculus news that their VR headsets will require you to sign in with Facebook in the year 2023.
Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, no, you go on. I'm sorry.
No, let me hear what you guys say.
No, I mean, like, if you gotta log in for Facebook, I mean, it is a Facebook product, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I'm like okay with it, but at the same time, like, why do you need Facebook to log in? You know, to use a VR headset, you know. But yeah, I want to hear what you got to say.
I was gonna say what they tweeted. So here's like 4 tweets. It says today we're from Oculus. Today we're announcing some important updates to how people log into Oculus devices while still keeping their VR profile. Starting in October 2020, everyone using an Oculus device for the first time will need to log in with Facebook account. If you're an existing user and already have an Oculus account, you'll have the option to log in with Facebook and merge your Oculus and Facebook accounts together. If you're an existing user and choose not to merge your accounts, you can continue using your Oculus account for 2 years. After January 1st, 2023, we will end support for Oculus accounts. If you choose not to merge your accounts at that time, you can continue using your device, but full functionality will require a Facebook account. Giving people a single way to log into Oculus using their Facebook account and password will make it easier to find, connect, and play with friends in VR. I think this kind of fucking sucks because it's like, why do you need, like, personally, I do have Facebook, but I never use it because I don't know how to deactivate it, or like I want to actually hardcore delete my account because I never touched that thing. But like, it's like, why do you need, yeah, it is a Facebook product, but just to end something that they say it's easy, a single way to log into Oculus and finding people like that to make it easier. It's like, why don't you just make the account easier to find other people? Like, if like, I can understand making an Oculus profile for Oculus devices. All right, cool. People that have Oculus accounts, that's how you add each other. Oculus, you know what I mean? But then again, they do have an existing platform, aka Facebook, to do that. But it kind of just sucks because what if people don't have Facebook, you know? Like, I seen Cory Barlog, the director from God of War, say that he's not going to be using his Oculus after 2023 because he's not going to make a Facebook account just to sign in with this thing. So I think that kind of sucks, but who knows what the full functionality will be if you have a Facebook account or not with Oculus devices. But yeah, it kind of sucks because when I got my VR headset, I should have got an Oculus, or at least that's what I said before, because they have really cool exclusives. But now after seeing this, I know I won't go out of my way to get an Oculus device whatsoever. Because why do I need to put myself to go create a Facebook account, you know? But you have any last minute thoughts on that?
You know, whatever, you know, Facebook's a huge tech giant, so I mean, whatever they do, you know, there'll be like people that'll support it and people that won't. But honestly, like if it means like it'll be more secured, you know, like Facebook will be like supporting more of VR with maybe exclusives. I don't know what Facebook does with VR, but I think it's a good step. I honestly feel like it's a good step. In a way.
I just don't like the idea of forcing someone.
Yeah.
It just feels like they're trying to bring as many people into the platform. You know what I mean? I can understand it's easier on them, or for sure I understand the business side of bringing people to Facebook, but I don't like that idea. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to use Facebook whatsoever. You know what I mean? Just because, like, not that I like. I've heard like a bunch of bad things about Facebook and what they do behind the scenes and stuff, at least from what people say. But for me, it's like, I don't want to use Facebook, let alone I might be a hypocrite because I do use Instagram. But to be fair, I used Instagram before it got bought out by Facebook. You know what I mean? So just to bring people into the ecosystem, like forcing them sucks. You know what I mean? If they had the options for Oculus accounts and Facebook accounts, like who cares then? You know what I mean? I would just make the Oculus account because I don't want to be a part of the Facebook account system. You know what I mean? But just to know that they're taking away the Oculus account stuff just for Facebook is kind of like they're pushing you, you know, like, hey, join Facebook to use our product, you know. That's what I'm kind of against right there. Kind of sucks. But yeah. So that'll start on the year 2023, but I guess if you buy an Oculus device after October 2020, it only lets you sign in with Facebook. Apparently, from what it seems, but yeah, kind of sucks, but whatevers. After that, we got Tony Hawk Pro Skater leak showing it possibly coming to Switch. What do you think about that?
It hasn't been confirmed, but that's what like people are like thinking because of a couple of
leaks.
Yeah, leaks and codes, right? From like I guess someone went through the files on PC and then saw that there was some data information for his Switch.
Yeah, there is a controller configuration, button remaps for the game. Yeah, those images released. So it's not confirmed, but it's just the leak that they showed that Tony Hawk Pro Skater might come to Switch. Which is pretty cool. But yeah, I thought the leak was interesting enough to mention. I pre-ordered Tony Hawk Pro Skater and been playing the demo with Nate. I did that this week too. And at first, I was like, dang, this is like pretty weird. Like, you're not flicking the sticks, you're just pressing buttons to do the tricks. And I felt like I sucked really bad. And I used to play it, not a lot back in the day, but I did play it. And man, I felt really terrible. And I was like, dang, Nate, you want to come over and try it? And he's like, I'm down. And he came over, we were playing some. And I was like, Nate, what do you think is better, this or Skater XL? And he was like, oh, this one. And I was like, before you say that, play. Because I want to see you do realistic tricks. And I watched Nate play, and oh my god, he is such a beast. Like, I guess I'm just that terrible at the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, but for sure I have to get better so I could keep up with Nate. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was pretty fun. But yeah, he says he likes the Pro Skater way better than Skater XL as of right now. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely check it out. That comes out next week too, September 4th. I can't wait. And after that, we got a Prince of Persia remake leak surfaced apparently online in a different country shopping website. I wouldn't know what to call it, but it was a different video game website. It leaked that Prince of Persia remake is coming to PlayStation 4 and apparently Nintendo Switch also. It's listed for November 2020. What do you think about that?
The first thing that I noticed is there's no Xbox release date or PC.
I guess not. Maybe just for... I assume it will come to PC. Why would it be exclusive to PlayStation and Nintendo?
Yeah, that's pretty odd. But
I don't recall.
Yeah. Have you ever played a Prince of Persia?
Only thing I played is at my sister's friend's house, and that was a very long time ago, and that was on the PS2.
For sure. That explains the remake, but
yeah.
I've never watched Prince of Persia films, so like I wouldn't really know what it's about. But I mean, if it's a remake and people are demanding or people like fans are like, waiting for a remake to happen, then I guess that's a good thing, for all fans. Like, but yeah, it's kind of odd though, because I mean, November is like what 9, 10, like 3 months away from now. I mean, they should be announcing it by now, but if it's a leak, then maybe it's like not confirmed yet in a way. I don't know.
We'll see. Honestly, yeah. I think it'd be pretty cool. I know it has a lot of. I think it had platforming. I don't remember. I didn't really play it like enough to remember, but I know a lot of people really did enjoy the games. And I have another friend. He has his own like. My friend said from his own podcast, It's Obvious Gaming. He said that he talked to someone that did a photo shoot for the Prince of Persia remake. And he was like, what? And then he was like, yeah, Prince of Persia. And then so ever since that podcast episode came out, this is like a while ago, maybe last year, November, maybe? I don't remember. But for sure it was within a couple of months, not even like a year ago, the episode. But yeah, and he's been waiting for news, and then they keep bringing it up on his show, and I was like, and I'm waiting for it, and then he's like, yeah, I think that guy just lied to me, and he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And then apparently, if this leak is true, and from what that photographer said about the Prince of Persia pictures that he was taking, and if this is true, I'm pretty hyped for it, because I always wanted to get into it, but I just never got the game. And when I was little, when I was at my sister's friend's house, and I was playing with my sister's friend's brother, and he was showing me, I was like, dang, this looks so cool. And when I went home, I never knew what the game was called. But like ever since like maybe like a couple of years later, and I seen other friends have the game at their house, I was like, oh, I played a little bit of this. This is cool. He was like, yeah, it was cool, but it's all scratched up, so I never beat it. But yeah, pretty much we got a couple of other leaks. Other than that, after we got Breath of the Wild 2 Collector's Edition listing went up in a different country's website.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Honestly, that's big news. Honestly, because Breath of the Wild, the first one, that one came out with a lot of great reviews. You know, like Game of the Year and stuff like that. And for a leak, you know, which is honestly how rare is it for Nintendo leaks to happen? It's not too often, huh?
Yeah, you're right. It's not really often because they keep their shit tight.
Yeah, they do.
And honestly, I wouldn't trust. I mean, Breath of the Wild 1 had a collector's edition. I'm sorry, excuse me. Shit. Yeah, so Breath of the Wild 2 collector's edition doesn't surprise me, but for an early website listing, I think it's kind of it's like I wouldn't doubt that there would be a collector's edition, but I think it's really early to expect any type of news whatsoever.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild 2, I mean, like I don't know Nintendo. Like I feel like Nintendo pulls everything out pretty hard. Like if they show something, they usually release it within a good time limit. Like they're not like hey, Breath of the Wild 2 5 years from now. You know what I mean? Like usually when they have Nintendo Directs and it's based on a game, like a brand new game they're showing, it usually drops within a year or probably even less. You know what I mean? Like when they had but then again, Breath of the Wild 2 was in development for a really long time. It was supposed to be a Wii U game, and it did come to Wii U, but it seemed like they held it off for a Nintendo Switch launch game. You know what I mean? But for sure, if you were a fan of Breath of the Wild and you did not snag a Breath of the Wild Collector's Edition, just like me, and if I knew there was a Collector's Edition for Breath of the Wild, I would have been all over it, but I didn't know. I was like, what the heck? How did you make pre-orders? I didn't even hear that thing at all. Especially for how hyped I was for the Nintendo Switch and Breath of the Wild. I got both of them day one when they released. And I didn't hear anything of Breath of the Wild Collector's Edition. So for sure, I'm going to be ready for Breath of the Wild 2 Collector's Edition.
Yeah.
But
that's if it's true, you know?
Yeah. I hope it's true because the first Collector's Edition was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Breath of the Wild 2, I say with this leak, don't get your hypes up for any information coming soon. I feel like Breath of the Wild 2 is maybe, if, like I said, Nintendo will do like amazing surprises. You don't know what's going to happen because it's rare that leaks happen. And they did show off, when did they show it off? At the Game Awards? Breath of the Wild 2, right?
They did?
I know they showed it within either this year or the end of last year, right?
Let me check. They did show.
Well, regardless, they showed off a Breath of the Wild 2 teaser, and it says in development whatsoever. So, like I said, it would surprise me if it drops at the end of this year. But I feel like if anything, maybe the end of 2022, or if earliest, end of 2021.
Honestly, it might drop like this November, you know, this holiday, along with the Xbox and just to like combat it, you know, just to
honestly that would be a really good move.
That'd be a great move, dude. Honestly, because like Nintendo's got nothing this holiday. I don't like what exclusives do they have this holiday coming out? They really don't have any exclusives, right? Coming out this holiday.
No, dude. Not that I think of it. No, they don't. They don't have anything.
And we all know, you know, consoles. You know, they compete for, you know, like for the holiday sales. You know, everyone's gonna be buying new consoles, and so like Nintendo's out here like they already have a shortage of Nintendo Switch, and without any new consoles to compete with the new PS5 and Xbox Series, I just feel like a Breath of the Wild 2 Collector's Edition or just Breath of the Wild 2 alone could like, just withstand, the amount of pressure, Nintendo has, in a way.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that would definitely help out.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, Nintendo's not the type to push something out and make everyone wait years for the game to come out,
Yeah.
Like Nintendo
true.
surprises are really surprises, Like Mario Maker 2 came out within I think like 7 months. And there's always a rumor of a big Nintendo Direct happening this week, and it never comes true. So there's that. So I never write that down in the podcast notes. But it'll surprise me, We'll see. But regardless, after that, other news, we got Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War teaser was revealed. And honestly, it doesn't show anything besides the TV. And I think the person on the TV is KGB, right?
I think so. He's a real political figure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, that trailer hyped me up, dude. And I'm not really a huge Call of Duty fan, but that trailer just gives you like a sense of like, fuck, I gotta do something in this game, I gotta fight for what's right, because he was talking about politics, economies and stuff like that, pretty much real life, like real world stuff. And it just like it hyped me up in a way. Like I was like, damn, this game's gonna be badass, dude. Because I think it's during the Cold War between Russia and US. So that's a really good plot right there, dude.
Yeah, the story where the setting is taking place seems like it's gonna be pretty on point. But other than that, they did not show anything of the game whatsoever. It was just a teaser, cinematic teaser, and pretty much at the end of the trailer, it says a full reveal will be on August 26th. That's in 3 days of what we're recording on October 23rd. But yeah, best believe we'll be taking notes on that for next week's episode.
For sure.
So definitely check us out next week. After that, we got other news. Minecraft Jurassic World launch trailer actually.
Yeah.
What did you think about that? What do you think about Minecraft?
Yeah, I've never played Minecraft. I've seen it obviously a lot on YouTube, just because every like YouTuber's playing it. But I've heard of this mod called Jurassic Craft, and I'm not sure if you heard of it. Have you? Jurassic Craft? I think it's similar to I think it's Minecraft itself. Well, it's similar to Minecraft. So on the comment section of the Minecraft Jurassic World, someone said, "I feel so bad for all the people who worked hard on the Jurassic Craft mod." So it's like I think the mod is based in Minecraft, in the world of Minecraft, but it's like dinosaurs. And for the official release of the Minecraft Jurassic World DLC, I just feel like that's like a
slap to the face.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it looks. Honestly, I'm not a huge Minecraft fan, but I am a huge Jurassic Park fan. So it looks. I like it. I like it. I'm not against it.
Yeah, definitely. I just thought that was worth mentioning. I thought it was really cool. I've always been intrigued in Minecraft, but when it first launched, I didn't have friends that wanted to play it at all, so I never got myself into it. And let alone like even now, if I try to get myself into it, I'm just so lost because I don't know what to do whatsoever. And all my friends are all like, at least my new friends, they know what they're doing, and like it's like just so hard to keep up with them, and what they're doing and how to do stuff. Like I don't know the goal of the game, but I seen a bunch of cool Easter eggs that you could do, the Enderman or whatever's, and yeah, just watching the Jurassic World trailer like really hyped me up. Like, dang, that looks really cool. But regardless, yeah, Minecraft Jurassic World DLC launched the day of the trailer. It looked really cool. Go check it out if you're a Minecraft fan. And after that, we got Martha is Dead. Did you see that trailer?
Yeah, I saw it. That
looks really fucking weird. It's a horror game, and it gives me Outlast vibes, but apparently it's going to launch in 2021 window for the Xbox Series X and PC. So it looks like no Sony or Nintendo launch.
Yeah. It was. Would you consider it a teaser or a gameplay trailer? A gameplay trailer, right? In a way.
I wouldn't say gameplay because they barely did anything, but it does.
Yeah.
I say an in-game engine trailer.
Yeah, it definitely is in game. You can just tell by the visuals and graphics.
Yeah. So pretty much,
But
Martha. Sorry, I was gonna read this little
oh,
summary.
you're gonna say my bad.
Martha is Dead is a first-person dark psycho. I can't read that word. Psychological thriller combining history, superstition, and psychological distress. So it's I was gonna say dark psychological thriller with rich narrative, lore, and real-world locations set to mesmerize fans in 2021 on Xbox Series X and PC. From the creators of The Town of Light, Martha is Dead is a first-person dark psychological thriller combining disturbing and dreamlike tones with a mix of history, superstition, and psychological distress. Tuscany, 1944, south of the Gothic line. As conflict intensifies between German and Allied forces, the discredited body of a woman is found drowned. Her twin sister, the young daughter of a German soldier, must alone deal with the acute trauma of loss, while the truth of the brutal murder is shrouded by mysterious folklore and extreme horror of war, which draws even closer. Following its debut title, The Town of Light, which released in 2016, Martha is Dead continues LKA's signature style of deep, multi-layered narratives combined with real locations and a mix of history, superstition, and psychological distress. LKA's expertise for delving into complex and reverting subject matter that borrows from both fact and fiction helps to distinguish its development pedigree. And passion more details will be revealed in the coming months, so make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it was really weird. Pretty much, like, I don't know what to say. It just looked fucking weird.
Yeah.
It looked really interesting, though. Really weird, really interesting. I feel like I say that most about most horror game trailers that we watch, huh?
Yeah. But you see a dead girl in the video game trailer, just getting skinned alive. No, not alive. I mean, she's already dead. Just getting her face peeled off, which is kind of weird, you know. I have no idea what that symbolizes, but it looks really, really interesting.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait to see more. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really explain the story of what's happening, but for it being a horror and from what that trailer gives me creepy ass vibes, I really feel it.
Yeah, for sure.
After that that was called Martha is Dead. If you guys want to check that trailer out, if you're pretty interested in getting someone's face skinned off. But yeah, that was next we got Ghost of Tsushima Legends was announced. A four-player online co-op takes place with Japanese folklore tales. What did you think about that?
It's pretty cool, dude. And the fact that he announced like it's free.
Yeah, free DLC update.
Yeah. I think it's so funny. They have to put in the title free, you know? In today's climate of, you know, overcharging DLCs and whatnot. But I mean, the fact that they put free, you know, I think it's pretty good. And the trailer looks pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, I feel like they had to put free just because on the game box itself, it only has single player on the back.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there's no mention like 2-player co-op whatsoever, so they don't get people speculating and stuff. So I feel like mentioning that it's free, people aren't gonna think it's a side game. You know what I mean? Or like a side online multiplayer thing. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, regardless, like it's free DLC, not a free game mode. So you obviously have to own the Ghost of Tsushima game.
Yeah. And considering that the game itself is long as fuck, you know, like, can you imagine with the multiplayer, it just adds more replay value, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely, dude. Yeah, for someone that's going through the story right now, I can't wait.
Yeah, I feel like they did this on purpose, you know? Because they knew, Sucker Punch Studios knew that people were going to take so much time on the game. And then they surprised, you know, gamers with this announcement, you know? I just feel like it was like the perfect opportunity to reveal, like, hey, you know, that's not it. We still have more to, you know, announce, you know.
Especially an online multiplayer mode. That's from Sucker Punch's background history. That's pretty big, you know.
Yeah.
And especially for a game like this, like, it's perfect. Even though we haven't seen much, but in the trailer you see 4 characters, so we assume or well, there is going to be 4 different classes: a samurai, ronin, hunter, and assassin. And
Mm-hmm.
pretty much, like, I guess I don't know much about Japanese folklore,
Mm-hmm.
but what would you consider American folklore? Myths, right?
Weapon?
What would you consider American folklore? Myth. I like the first thing that pops in my head when I ask that question is like American myths,
Yeah, like
like Bigfoot,
Bigfoot definitely Goat Man, something like that. I don't know.
yeah, or like the Thunderbird. Like, so I can only imagine Japanese folktale.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and from what it looks like from the trailer, there's like that creepy, like it looks creepy and demonic, right? Like they go into a
Yeah.
different type of land,
Mm-hmm.
and like in the end, almost the end of the trailer, you see like a white mask. It looks really creepy, and everyone's armor set looks unique as fuck. It looks so dope. I don't even think the armor that they show is in the game at all. At least from how far I've played, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima's getting its own online co-op mode. I have
Mm-hmm.
a article about it. I was gonna read some of it. Let's see, from the PlayStation blog. Today I am very excited to review Ghost of Tsushima Legends, a new online cooperative multiplayer mode that will come as a free download for Ghost of Tsushima owners on PS4 later this year. Legends is an entirely new experience. It's a separate mode that doesn't allow Sorry, let me rephrase that. It's a separate mode that doesn't follow Jin or the companions from his journey, but instead focuses on 4 warriors who have been built up as legends in stories told by the people of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima's single-player campaign focuses on an open world and exploring the natural beauty of the island, but Legends is a haunting and fantastical with locations and enemies inspired by Japanese folktales and mythology, and an emphasis on cooperative combat and action. So from right there, that first paragraph, that sounds pretty cool because it doesn't have to do with any of the story. I feel like you could just hop straight in without beating it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
from in some segments of the game, do you like care if I spoil like a game mode that happens?
No, you can tell me.
It's not part of the story, but it's just a section that happens in game.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No,
pretty
you're good.
much, to learn abilities, there's like 4 legendary abilities, I believe they're called. And so what you do is you go to this person, he's a storyteller, and
Mm-hmm.
as you sit down and he tells you the story, the screen just cuts and it goes to like this nice black ink on some like some draft paper, I guess you would call it. I don't know, like a scroll. Like he's painting on a scroll. And
Mm-hmm.
as he's painting on the scroll, he's telling like a legendary story of this samurai and how he defeated like 300 men on the battlefield with just his bow, you know? And it's like probably like a 5-minute story and you're just watching him tell it to you or whatever. And it's just so pretty cool. So I assume that's how you get into this folklore tale, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, I'll keep reading. We designed Legends to be an exclusively cooperative gameplay experience. You'll be able to partner up with your friends or via online matchmaking and play Legends in groups of 2 to 4 players. Each player can choose from one of 4 different character classes: the samurai, hunter, ronin, or assassin. Each class has a unique advantages and abilities that we'll reveal in the future. With 2 players in Ghost of Tsushima Legends, you'll be able to play a series of co-op story missions that escalate in difficulty, building on the foundation of combat from the single-player campaign, but with new magical twists that often require careful synchronization with your partner. With 4 players, you'll be able to take on wave-based survival missions, fighting groups of the toughest enemies Tsushima has to offer, including new Oni enemies with supernatural abilities. If you can best the story and survival missions, you may be confident enough to take on the 4-player raid that will arrive shortly after the launch of Ghost of Tsushima Legends, sending you and your partners to an entirely new realm to challenge a brutal, terrifying enemy. It's been so rewarding to see the amazing reactions from all you who play the Ghost of Tsushima. We've been watching so many of you. All right. But yeah, dude, from what it's saying, it sounds really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. For sure, I know me and my brother are going to squad up. My brother's friends, maybe Nate, if Nate is into this. But yeah, dude, I'm so hyped for this. I really got to beat the game so I could just go back and get ready for Legends, especially raids, like fighting one big boss. Like I can only imagine like Japanese folktale, like not like trying to be biased or anything, but what if you fight like a legend, like I don't know, something legendary in Japan, you know? Whenever I think like something legendary in Japan, I think of Dragon Ball Z and I just think of Shenron. Like imagine fighting Shenron in the end. Obviously
Yeah.
it won't be a fucking dragon or something, you know what I mean? But like just one legendary samurai or who really knows, you know? It could be
Mhm.
like something haunting. Like I don't know. But it sounds really cool. I'm super interested in it.
Mhm.
But you got anything left to say about that?
No, I think it's no, actually, no, I don't. It's pretty good.
All right.
What you said.
After that, we got Observer System Redux, a next gen update trailer.
Hmm.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, the
Dude,
different. Yeah.
it looks really good. So pretty much in the trailer, if you guys haven't seen it, this game is it's a thriller game that was supposed to come out for this generation of consoles, but they entirely skipped it because I believe they got the new hardware for next gen and they
Hmm.
completely remade the game. As you're watching the trailer, it has two filters flipping from one filter to another, and as it transitions, that next filter is what they redid in the next gen hardware. So you
Yeah.
could see it entirely different. The
Yeah.
lighting, the scales, and everything. Like I wish
Yeah.
I knew like more about like the details
Yeah.
in video game engines, but I just don't. But you could honestly see a difference.
Yeah. The shaders, and the reflections are a lot more pronounced. They're a lot more detailed in the next gen consoles. They do a side by side comparison.
Mm-hmm.
They Yeah, they do a transition of the previous version up into the new one, and there's a huge, massive difference. Overall, lighting's better. Particle effects are a lot better, and then just details are a lot sharper.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It looks
Hmm.
really cool, and let alone like from what they just showed. I don't know anything about the story, but I mean, I'm on their website right now, so I'll just read the description they got up on their page. Observer System Redux is the definitive version of the award-winning cyberpunk thriller, rebuilt and augmented for the next generation. You are Daniel Lazarsky, Lazarsky. I think that's how you say it. You are Daniel Lazarsky, portrayed by late Rutger Hauer, an elite investigator of the future, able to hack into the minds of other people. Observer System Redux is a game that Answer Studios is co-developing with the Bloober team. It looks really fucking cool.
It does.
Like their type of character design, the models that they threw in there, like those little demons or whatever that thing is. It looked really good. I'm really intrigued to see more what they got for it.
Yeah, and do you think this will be a launch title? It is, huh? It will be, huh?
I'm not sure. On their website it says TBD.
It says holiday 2020.
Oh, for you?
Yeah, right here on the Observer System Redux official next gen graphics overview trailer. Yep, and it's releasing for PS5, Xbox Series X, and
PC, right?
Yeah, and Steam, I think, or PC. But yeah,
if it does, then that's for sure a cop. Because no matter the story, it just looks interesting.
Yeah, you want to get your money's worth, with your new console. It's all pretty much.
For sure. Like when I think of getting my money's worth, I mean, like I don't even need to think about me. I'm just thinking about you. You get your money's worth because you have a whole backlog.
Yeah.
But I feel like we mention that every single episode. Yeah. But regardless, yeah, Observer System Redux, the next gen update trailer, definitely go watch that to see the difference between what it would have been on PS4 and Xbox One and what it looks like on Xbox Series X and PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, after that, we have a couple other news. I'm going all over the place. I guess we could start off with Xbox Series X got a user interface trailer. So pretty much they showed off what the Series X, the user's interface. If you don't know user interface, that's pretty much your home screen when you go home to view your games, Netflix, Hulu, whatsoever. Press tab to go to the store. Yeah, they unveiled it. What did you think?
It looks obviously looks a bit different, but honestly, like I'm not against it. They do say it's like it uses 40% less memory and whatnot. Like, I think that's what matters the most because like, if you're gonna like let's say like if you're playing a game and you want to go to the store, you find out like there's a flash sale on the Xbox store. you can just easily close down the game and do what you got to do, buy that game, scroll on YouTube, and go back to the game without ever, having to like quit it,
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing that uses less memory. Even with the Xbox One X, that works. It works okay with that. When I'm playing a game, I'll go on YouTube or I'll just go to the store. And there's times when it won't close the game, but there's times when it will. And I feel like with the new Series X, that won't happen. It'll be like for sure like you can pause the game, do what you got to do, watch Netflix and stuff like that, and go back to it, and you're still on the same game that you left off.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. I feel like it's gonna use less memory for the user interface.
Yeah,
which is a huge step up. For next
definitely.
Gen.
Especially on my base, because I don't use it, but I have the base Xbox One, and oh my god, dude, I cannot count how many times like my shit will crash at the home screen trying to boot an app. Either it's Netflix, Crunchyroll, VRV, or switching from one to the other to a video game, and it would just lag so hard. And it's just, it's so annoying to me. And honestly, I feel like user interface is a big, not big impact for me, but I really do like the customization. What they showed in the trailer, it looks really clean. Like, to the way it's organized and the way it looks really nice. For me, one thing that I feel like Sony, I wish did better was fucking update their user interface. It's so bland and so boring. Like,
it's simple, but it's boring. PlayStation user interface.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I hate it. Like, if I were to pick one or the other, I really do like from what Xbox was doing, because they updated the user interface like 3 times, I believe, through this generation. And PlayStation didn't do it at all.
Yeah.
Maybe they added like folders. That's it. I don't really know. But like one thing that PlayStation does have over the Xbox Series or the Xbox, Microsoft, well, I don't know. Maybe they didn't show us everything from the UI trailer. But one thing that PlayStation does have is themes. And I think that's pretty cool. It customizes like your background, your icons and everything, changes the icon noises when you scroll over them or click them. I think that's the nicest thing about it. But still, even with that, it's still really boring and bland. To be fair, that's not something to like argue over which console is better. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's just nitpick. That's just me nitpicking at PlayStation. I wish they would fucking.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Fuck that. True. If it's not broken, don't fix it. But goddamn, sure. I wish they would like. I wish they would like let me customize it to the way I like it.
Yeah.
But like every time when I have to go watch YouTube or Netflix, I have to go to the TV show application and then go through all those apps. Like, why can't I just have YouTube in my top bar with the rest of these games?
Yeah. With the Xbox One, you can put in pins.
Yeah.
And put anything on their games or like or live, the Netflix or any of that stuff, and you can just easily access it. It's literally there. It's
exactly like fuck. But
yeah.
Regardless, the Xbox Series X UI trailer was unveiled. They pretty much says it uses 40% less memory, and I believe it has a 15% faster boot up. And when this update launches with the Series X, it'll be available for Xbox One owners and I believe the Xbox app on cell phone devices. One thing that they introduced too is that when you save a clip on the Xbox, it will automatically save to your phone. If you have your accounts linked to the Xbox app whatsoever. I thought that's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat.
I hope Sony does something like that with their share, because I feel like, unless I don't really know, but when I share to Twitter my PlayStation stuff, that's the only way I know how to save it to my phone.
Yeah.
But regardless, I thought it was pretty cool. Other than that, we got, do you have anything left to say?
No, that's a huge step up. Honestly, I'm pretty happy about it. Will I purchase the Series X on day one or like anytime soon? No, but either way, that's a huge step up for Microsoft. Yeah. Well, either way, honestly, like their user interface on the current Xbox One, like I think it's pretty okay. It's pretty good, dude. I think it's pretty good. compared to the PlayStation user interface, I just feel like the user interface on PS4 is like too simple in a way. It
Mm-hmm.
works, but it's so simple. But with the Xbox, I feel like there's more for me to control. There's more for me to like do on
Yeah.
the user interface. But that's just me. But that's pretty good though. I feel that's pretty good on Microsoft's part.
Yeah. I really like it. One thing they got to do is fuck Xbox Series X. God damn, that's such like it's not a mouthful, but it's so long.
Yeah.
Like what? Like can we try to figure out like a shorter name like SXX?
Or just
No.
say Series X.
All right. Yeah, that's true. Series X. Yeah, but yeah, the user interface it looks pretty nice. I like it.
Hmm.
Hopefully, I mean, we got a little glimpse of the PlayStation 5, like press PlayStation button to start, but still wasn't anything to see.
Hmm.
But other than that, we got PlayStation 5 TV trailer launched. That was pretty interesting.
Hmm.
It didn't really show much in the trailer, but after that, I guess they made like a blog about how all their exclusive Sony developers are excited for the PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
The DualSense, what was it called? The
The,
DualSense Pro?
yeah, something like a DualSense. It's not DualShock for sure. It's
Yeah.
DualSense. Yeah, yeah.
So let me read their blog. But well, let me give you a little example of what they were talking about in the blog. Pretty much
Hmm.
they talk about like the features and um how much they're taking the technology that they put into this controller into their video games.
Hmm.
So let me read some of the blog. PlayStation fans, I hope you are excited as I am for the launch of PlayStation 5 console this holiday season. Each console generation provides an opportunity to tell a unique story through our marketing. This new generation will be especially fun for us given the new suite of features that will come with the PlayStation 5 console. Today, today, I am pleased to share with you our first global spot for PlayStation that showcases some of the immersive gameplay you'll experience of the new PlayStation 5 console. In our first global digital ad for the PlayStation 5 console, you'll see the new console's features come to life through a young woman's eyes and her movements. It starts as she walks through a frozen lake. Na-na-na-na-na. So then it comes from all directions as the central character reacts. Na-na-na-na-na. We are excited to. We are quite excited about these features, and we can't wait for you all to get immersed in the world of games for the PlayStation 5 and DualSense wireless controller in your hands. Our partners in the development community have been hard at work either creating or dreaming up the next generation of games. Read on to learn some of the new ways they are working from the DualSense. So here's a paragraph about Miles Morales. The haptic feedback precision allows us to do all sorts of new things in Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. We'll be hinting to players which direction attacks are coming from by providing haptic feedback from the appropriate direction on the DualSense wireless controller. What does it feel like to use Miles' stealth ability? How does a Venom Blast feel? Because of the high resolution of DualSense wireless controller's haptic system, we can really push the dimensionality of the feedback. For instance, as you hold down square to do a Venom punch, you feel Spider-Man's bioelectricity crackle across from the left side of the controller, cumulating to the right side on impact.
Hmm.
And then for Deathloop, I'm really excited by sorry, let me start that over. Really excited by the adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback, both features that will bring some physicality and game experience and give important feedback. Deathloop being a first-person shooter, we do a lot of things to make weapons feel differently from one another. One I like is blocking the triggers when your weapon jams to give the player an immediate feedback even before the animation plays out, which prompts the player to in a physical way that they have to unjam their gun. Ghostwire Tokyo. Just as the name triggers suggest, the main use of the DualSense wireless controller adapted triggers in Ghostwire Tokyo is for active actions to shoot or trigger something. We also use them to create the sensation of recoil. We're also looking at ways to take advantage of the adaptive triggers to express a sense of persistent energy or a balance of forces, if you will, and for perhaps actions such as charging, loading, and a sense of accumulation of power or energy things. The haptic feedback in comparison to the vibration function of previous generation allows us to utilize a much wider range starting from a very strong vibration that is much more powerful than before, down to an extremely light vibration. This way we can offer players very detailed textured nuances. Because of this, our approach is different. It isn't a transient or a constant vibration level anymore. It allows us to meticulously adjust the feedback throughout the game. Horizon Forbidden West features new weapons that are designed to feel unique and play a specific role in combat with machines and human opponents. The DualSense wireless controller adaptive triggers will help us make the weapons feel even more unique and satisfying to use. Damn, they have a lot. But regardless, you guys get the point. What do you think?
That's pretty good, dude. Honestly, they're making so much hype about it. They're talking like so much about the PS5 controller as if it's something like innovative. You know? Do you think? Do I think it's innovative? Innovative in a way. Honestly, I haven't held it in my hands, but like the amount of people that are like hyping it up, you know, and these aren't just like people. These aren't people that are paid, I assume, by Sony.
They're developers.
Weapon?
They're developers.
Really? Like other developers, right?
I believe they're Sony exclusive developers because they have to work with the PS5 controller. Because from what we know, the Xbox controller doesn't do any of this stuff. The Xbox controller is just a regular Xbox One controller with a share button, really. There's nothing unique. But regardless, a lot of other, I assume third-party developers may not mess with this, but who really knows, you know? But regardless, collaborative studios with PlayStation are taking full hands with this PlayStation 5 controller, and they say it's a game changer. So I'm pretty excited, you know, that they put a lot of effort, not just into their system, but they look at the controller. It looks completely different from anything we've seen with Sony, you know? But, so I'm really hyped. I don't know. I'm really interested. Like, for sure, holding the controller, at least having a comfortable controller is a big part for me. But then again, I've never had a problem with PlayStation 2, 3, or 4. And I never had a problem with Xbox 360, Xbox One. The only one that I really had a problem with is the freaking Nintendo 64 and those small ass Joy-Cons if you're just using one. You know what I mean? But like for just like the Switch Pro controller is honestly my favorite controller out there right now. But just to know that there's a lot of technology that went not just into the system and they put it into the controller is a big makes it sound worth it to get the console for me, you know? Like I know I'm not just getting a brand new console, but I'm also getting a brand new controller that's not out there yet, you know? Like as of right now, we know that the Xbox One controller did not say that it has haptic feedback. What's that vibration they're calling? Like HD.
HD rumble. No,
something like that. It has like the same vibration as the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. At least, I don't know if it's the same exact, but it feels like it's going to be the same exact, you know?
Yeah.
But regardless, you know, it gives me like a boost of confidence knowing that I'm not just getting a brand new console, you know? Everything in it is brand new.
Yeah.
Something we didn't have last gen. I mean,
said, honestly. Yeah.
So it makes me hype. Definitely, I can't wait to see what this controller is all about and why so many developers are talking so good about it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And that makes it worth it, you know, to buy a PS5, you know, for the controller.
Yeah, definitely.
In a way, to me.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's really interesting how this stuff is going on. It's almost the end of the month, and we still haven't seen or heard anything about prices or pre-orders. But oh man, it's getting close, dude. We're on the 8th. We got like what, about 4 to 3 months till the year's over.
Yeah.
Like, dang, dude. I'm so excited, but so
this year went by quick.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I can't wait. But regardless, yeah, PlayStation 5, all the developers say that the controller is really, really interesting and they're taking full use to it. You know?
Yeah.
But that's pretty much PlayStation, at least video game news from outside of the DC fandom, and we're gonna end it with the DC fandom video game news. We'll talk about Rocksteady's release. Rocksteady came out in DC fandom and they showed off a cinematic trailer for Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. It is scheduled for 2022. What did you think?
Honestly, it's a cinematic trailer, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that shit's funny, dude. I think his name's Boomerang, Captain Boomerang. I just love his sense of humor, dude. Like this guy does not care, but yeah. I guess you have to battle. You're playing as Suicide Squad members, and you have to kill or defeat Superman, evil Superman.
Well, the Justice League.
Yeah, and Justice League too. Why? If I may ask, like, why is Superman evil in the end?
So in the trailer, it shows a big head, and I assume I'm not like they didn't say, but I assume that's Brainiac's ship, and Brainiac is a villain in the DC universe, and Brainiac could mind control people. So we assume that Superman got captured and Brainiac took control of his body. So I feel like the main story will be Brainiac takes control of the Justice League because they have never fought him before, and their minds are taking control of so that's why the Suicide Squad has to come and save them or kill them, whatever they got to do.
For sure. That's funny. That's honestly, that's a really good plot right there.
Honestly, all right, I'll let you finish. Go.
I don't know how they're gonna defeat Superman though. It's gonna be funny because like they're not Suicide Squad is not really powerful. They don't have anyone as OP as Superman. So it's gonna be interesting how they can deal with that, especially with gameplay. Gameplay mechanics. So I really want to see the gameplay combat. I don't know how they're gonna handle it, but I'm very intrigued to find out.
Yeah, definitely. They did say that Superman is the fifth one that what they showed in the trailer, that is like the fifth Justice League member that they mess with within the game. So regardless, overall, what I thought about it, I'm not really into it, dude.
Really?
I don't like so as the Suicide Squad members, Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, King Shark, and Deadshot. Right? It was a good trailer, I thought, but honestly, I don't really care. Like, why? Like, to me, it's like I don't want to be any of these characters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. None of the characters interest me. Maybe like if I do pick up the game, I'll be Deadshot, or like I'll try the characters. Don't get me wrong, but like it just doesn't interest me as a game. Yeah. At least coming from Rocksteady, and this game does take place in the Arkham universe. So, I forgot how Arkham Knight ended. Did Batman die?
I never passed that level, that achievement where you have to collect everything and then it actually shows. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But well, regardless, this game. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask, do you think this game will be multiplayer, like co-op?
Yeah, I assume it will be co-op, but who really knows? They didn't say much. It was literally like, I don't know. They didn't really say much about the game. It's still very early, I guess. Like, goddamn, like for how long Arkham Knight came out? When did Arkham Knight come out? 2015.
2015. Yeah. It's
been 5 years since Arkham Knight. And they, at least from what I know, they didn't release any other game besides Batman VR. But then again, that wasn't a really full-fledged game. It's a VR game, VR experience. But other than that, like, dang, 2022, especially with times right now, I'm pretty sure they're not pushing a 2021 release date, But regardless, yeah, it's pretty far away, 2 years from now. Will I pick it up? I gotta see gameplay, honestly.
Yeah.
I gotta see gameplay. That cinematic trailer was like, it's cool, but for sure it didn't grab me like, damn, I can't wait to be Harley Quinn or King Shark or Boomerang or Deadshot. You know what I mean? And honestly, it was like, I don't know, I felt kind of let down, really.
Honestly, it's a cinematic trailer, we're not too sure of how they're gonna handle the gameplay.
I think it's the thought that everyone uses guns or some type of weapon instead of their fist. You know what I mean? Maybe King Shark will, and maybe I'm like looking forward to a Batman like fist beat him up. You know how like you cape him and then you do your combo. Like that was
Mhm.
always so satisfying. And just knowing that I'm gonna have guns, like with all these characters, like how are they gonna be unique from each other, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, they didn't show gameplay at all. It was a cinematic trailer, but their lineup of characters don't really interest me.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I will have to see gameplay. Rocksteady does make good games. They did shit on Arkham Knight, in my opinion, but
Uh,
but other than that, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City were really good, and I really did love those games. So when gameplay comes out, I'll give a honest opinion on how I feel about that too.
for sure.
But yeah, do you have anything left to say about Suicide Squad?
Not really, but it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna handle the gameplay. That's what I'm really intrigued about. That's what I'm really like anxious about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, and especially the way you're gonna be able to how they're gonna handle like the fighting mechanics against Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're gonna do that because Superman is obviously like fucking powerful.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. They might implement some kryptonites in there just to like lower his power, but to weaken him. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting though. I'm really I can't wait for gameplay.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see what other Justice League members they're going to be. We assume Green Lantern, Wonder Woman. Who's another one? Martian the Manhunter, Batman, The Flash. It's going to be really interesting if they put I mean, they said that Superman is the 5th character that the Suicide Squad fights. At least that's what they said in the fandom. But then again, things could get switched around because they got 2 years of development left, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, that's all you had to say, right?
Yeah.
All right, and last but not least, we got Warner Brothers Montreal Batman game.
Yeah, it's not Rocksteady, huh?
No.
Ooh, for
but
sure.
This one I am so hyped for. It's called Gotham Knights. Release launch window 2021. They came out with a cinematic trailer, and then they hit us with a 7-minute gameplay trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, this game looks so dope. Like, it's so weird. So pretty much like spoilers if you haven't watched the trailer, I say go watch it now. I'll give you like 2 seconds to pause it. All right. Pretty much Warner Brothers Montreal Gotham Knights is based on the story of Court of the Owls. Court of the Owls, they go and pretty much in the beginning of the trailer, there's a guy in a hood. He looks at his phone and it says code black. And once he hits decrypt, there's a video of Bruce Wayne that comes up. And he says, if you're watching this, I'm dead. And I blew up the Batcave and everything in it. But I leave it in your hands to watch over the city of Gotham. I can trust in you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye. So pretty much when they hang up, you see a guy with a scar, and we assume that's Jason Todd. And next thing you know, you see Barbara Gordon, Tim Drake, and Nightwing, Dick Grayson. You see them 4. And then you see them all suit up, and you see them all in Gotham, and you're like, oh shit. And then you see all of them kicking everyone's ass in Gotham, and fuck. So you already know where it's going with Gotham Knights. You're going to be able to play as Robin, the Red Hood, Nightwing, and Batgirl. What did you think?
It looks awesome, dude. The graphics, obviously, like every time I talk about a game, I always mention the graphics. It looks a lot better than Arkham Knight. And Arkham Knight looked beautiful, 5 years ago. But gameplay, I don't know. I was kind of a bit let down just because of the gameplay. The fact that the enemies, basic enemies, they have health bars,
Oh, to be fair, the way that's working, and for the gameplay trailer that's out there, that's pre-alpha. That was probably recorded a while. We don't know how while ago it was, but for sure that is not the current state. At least from what we assume. They mentioned that in the beginning. It's pre-alpha footage, and so what I think if you watch the gameplay, you see numbers above the enemy's head, right?
Yeah.
I assume that this game, how it's gonna be, is gonna be a loot. There's gonna be a loot system. So because in the trailer, you see Robin. He has a cape and like a pretty baggy hoodie, And then once you see Robin again in the gameplay, he just has a full-on helmet. It's not the Red Hood. He has a full-on red helmet. right? Like you can see his jaw and everything like Batman, but it's more like a biker helmet. I don't know how to describe it, but so it seems like the way the game is going to be a looter. So when you defeat a group of enemies or a boss, he'll drop like a cape for you. You equip the cape and it raises your attack power to like 15. So the numbers above the enemy's head, I assume is that how powerful the enemy is, not their, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But go on, were we going to keep going?
Yeah, like I guess like you mentioned, like, you know, looting system and stuff like that. The fact that these enemies are leveled up, you know, for example, one of the enemies had like a level 10.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you're like below that level, or you're just gonna have a like you're gonna be struggling in a way. I don't know. Just I don't. To me, it doesn't really feel like an Arkham game. It has a visual like the appeal of Arkham, but damn, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed about it. I don't think I'm the only one who has mixed feelings about it either. But yeah, I don't know. It looks good though. But this is pre-alpha footage, so I can't really say much about it. But so far, like I'm like, eh.
Yeah, who really knows? You know, like it might not even be a looter, but like we still don't know. At least that's what it seems like, right? With the number-based system on the enemy's head, I assume, or maybe that's just got to be like your assassination level from up above. You know what I mean? Because they did show it from a top-down view. You know, but regardless, in more of the gameplay, you see tag team battle. So we assume this is going to be a co-op game, and they did mention that you can either play it solo or co-op on their website. And I'm not sure because their website crashed or they shut it down for a little bit, and I don't know if they removed that part in the website. I didn't go back and check, but yeah, so we know it's gonna, at least from what they said, it's gonna be co-op. But regardless, there's different types of fighting styles. Barbara, I think her ult is like she has like electric batons, or not batons. What does Michelangelo use?
Katanas, I think.
No, that's Raphael.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Damn, what does Michelangelo use as a fighting weapon?
Oh, like Bruce Lee. What Bruce Lee uses, right? Nunchucks.
Nunchucks? Right? Yeah, I think so. Fuck, I don't remember. But regardless, yeah, they in the gameplay they're playing as Barbara Gordon and Tim Drake, and they're trying to infiltrate Mr. Freeze's hideout. And oh my god, the dual combat system when you tag team on one enemy is so clean. It looks so good, and obviously the sneak mechanic is in there, taking down the enemies from their behind. Man, it looked really good. I can't wait. Regardless, to see what they're gonna keep showing. Obviously, this is gonna be a next gen game. I can't wait, dude. I'm really excited. Definitely ready to co-op it up and see what's gonna happen. I want to know your theories. How do you think the story is gonna be with the Court of Owls?
Well, it's been confirmed that Batman's spoiler alert, Batman's dead. It says in the
like the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, but there really isn't much to say on my part, just because like maybe you do because obviously you're a huge Batman fan. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see all the Batman's sidekicks all together. You know, just battling out villains. That's pretty cool. But I want to hear your thoughts because I know you're a huge Batman fan, dude.
Yeah, regardless, Gotham Knights looks so good. You could definitely check out their website. I joined their Discord channel and everything too. So I'm pretty hyped. Hopefully, if they might have a beta, who really knows? If it's open world, like how they do the rest of the Arkham games, like of Gotham, that's gonna be really interesting for a co-op thing, you know? Instead of like loading into one side of the city, then loading out. Who really knows how it's gonna be? Because they didn't really show that. They just showed one cinematic fight sequence with Mr. Freeze at the end too. That boss fight was pretty cool too. They didn't show it all, but they pretty got his health bar down. But regardless, it looks pretty cool. Obviously, you will be, if you don't play co-op, you will be able to switch in and out with the characters in your team. And yeah, dude, I can't wait. I'm really excited. One thing that I didn't like, obviously, it's like just a little gimmick. The Red Hood, when they showed his mask, he looked just like Deadpool. Like he looked just like Deadpool. It was so funny. I couldn't get it out of my head, but yeah, that's just one little nitpick I didn't like. But regardless, it looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can't wait, dude. Next gen is gonna be really crazy.
Seriously, dude.
I can't wait. But regardless, I was gonna say, yeah, we got 2 Batman games with Batman ain't in it. Could you believe that?
Yeah, but we're still waiting on Rocksteady because Rocksteady hasn't mentioned anything, and they haven't released a game since Arkham Knight.
Dude,
that's 5 years ago.
It like makes me get that itch. I want to play Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and Arkham Knight all over again.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with playing those games. It's really fun.
Mm-hmm. Like I want the story is so good. Like oh my god! But I have such a huge backlog. I should not be playing games that I already played.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe I'll do it. Fuck it. No. Regardless, yeah, I can't. Gotham Knight, dude. It looks. Oh my god! It looks so damn good. But that's pretty much it for news. You got anything left to say before we hop into some community questions?
No, that's pretty much it. It's been a busy week, weekend with DC news and stuff like that. That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, let me pull up the questions real quick. All right, we got one question. One question from Robbie Bahamas. He posted a picture. He says, since there was a Pope in the Cars movie, what car would they portray as Jesus?
Damn. I don't know if we should get religious on here. I don't know, maybe
my idea was that since when Jesus was alive there was no cars, so maybe like a wheelbarrow.
True. Or bread too.
I don't really know. That's kind of like a weird question.
Yeah.
Because what if we say the wrong thing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for sure the cross, he would have like a cross-shaped car with, 6 wheels, with gold plated, symbols of, of great sayings, like great stuff to say. I don't know. I'm not really religious, but I don't know if I should say any of that stuff. But yeah, for sure, like the cross is a symbol of Jesus. So I would say like a cross-shaped car in a way. I don't know.
All right, well, we'll end it there. I was going to say, to ask you a question, what do you hope that Rocksteady and Warner Brothers Montreal brings out of these games?
For sure, gameplay-wise, I hope the gameplay is not repetitive. I hope it's something similar to the Arkham games, but not too similar to the point where I'm like, it's the same shit, Same game, different, same gameplay, different game, you know what I mean? Like, for sure, I hope they make something innovative, but also that kind of resembles to the Arkham games.
Yeah.
Like for sure, I like the combat in the Arkham games. I think they're like the best combat system in the whole entire like video game history. I think it's just so smooth.
Yeah.
The way Batman just knocks the hell out of other enemies. But I really hope they keep that same system, but they introduce more like techniques, more tactics of like taking down enemies. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping for the new for Rocksteady's and Warner Bros. Montreal's games. I really hope they keep the same combat system.
Yeah.
What about you?
That. I don't know. Only thing that keeps me, I seen, like, I know the story of the Court of the Owls, at least from, I believe, before the New 52 or the New 52 series. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking, what if I feel like Batman's going to come out in the end of the game, and then you get to either fight Batman at the end of the game, or you are Batman, like single player Batman.
Oh, shit.
I think that'd be pretty awesome. Like, he's not really dead,
Yeah.
But,
that's true.
Yeah, dude, I'm really hyped. All this DC news, I'm really excited for the Batman movie, the Justice League, everything they showed. I can't wait. But
same here.
Yeah, dude. Anything left you got to say that we took note on?
Honestly, I'm just hyped, dude, for a new Batman game. regardless if it's not the same as the previous Arkham games,
and regardless if it has Batman or not.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for a Rocksteady announcement because this is Warner Bros. Montreal, and they're the same people that made Arkham Origins.
Mm-hmm.
So Rocksteady hasn't released anything. They haven't said anything in 5 years. Yeah, so I'm really hoping there's another Batman game announcement from Rocksteady. But yeah, that's all I can say, dude. It's been it's been a busy weekend, with all these game announcements and movies.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. But regardless, that was episode 37 of the Local Podcast. You can find our podcast on Audioboom, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and that one app you guys know that we don't know about. And join our Discord. There's a link in the description to join. Definitely can ask us questions there. Talk to us about Batman. Who's our favorite character? Anything. But yeah, man, that was a good episode. Got any last minute things to say to the crowd before I hang up?
Yeah, the usual, man. Just for the people that are listening, just stay safe. Wear your mask. Social distance. Wear your gloves, hand sanitizers, and everything, dude. And I wish you guys a great weekend. Great week.
All right, that's it. See you guys next week. Peace.
Bye.